What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're here kicking it at the ugly table. I apologize for not having any background. Sometimes I like to pull down a diorama or something, put something back there. It kind of makes the figures stand out a little bit better and makes it so that my really crappy lighting doesn't show itself as well. But on my video for Akiko, I teased the movie Scarlett, so that's what we're going to be looking at. But I also realized that during the comparison, I forgot to bust out my Xiling so that you could see her next to Akiko. So there you go. One thing that stands out a lot is that her hair is just a black matte. There's no washes, no dry brush or anything like that. Whereas Akiko has some dry brushing and maybe even some washes and stuff. Her hair looks really nice. As I was telling you about the bangs, they're rubbery and they kind of stick out, so they look more like hair. Whereas the Xiling's is just like matted down, plastered to her head, and there's no washes. It's just a matte. I might go in there and kind of clean that up and see if I can make it look a little bit better. But the other thing is too, I kind of wish like maybe she had a split in the bangs where you could see some flesh tone, like some flesh tone from her forehead through there, or maybe on one side her ear is sticking out through her hair or something like that. Something to make her hair look a little bit more realistic and kind of dynamic. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. That's also a figure that I just bought because it's a Chinese woman in martial arts gear. Don't have any attachment to the character. I probably would have watched Shang-Chi had some of the actors not come out and showed their ass in public, because I mean, now we all know the guy that played Shang-Chi. He's like the first Chinese person ever on the planet or some shit like that. And then Michelle Yeoh, who I actually fucking loved. I've been watching her movies forever. Decided that she wanted to diss Jackie Chan, who's the only reason that I even know who she is. This woman, though, has not said anything bad as far as I know. The actress that plays her. And then there's also the thing with Awkwafina, which I don't give a fuck about, because, comedians are gonna fucking do comedy, you know what I'm saying? So people just have started attacking her for some reason. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know who she is. I haven't watched any of her comedy or any of her shows. Don't really give a crap. I probably would really like the movie, but if you come out and show your ass in public, just be dickheads. I'm not a teenager anymore, so I don't idolize actors and actresses. So just entertain me. If it's something that you really, really feel strongly about, then go ahead. Come out, speak your piece, but don't be assholes. You know what I mean? Just entertain me. So here she is. This is going to be the Snake Eyes origin movie, G.I. Joe Classified Scarlett. And I think it looks pretty nice. The colors are a little bit more like a really dark brownish maroon than what I thought they were going to be. I thought she was going to be more black and gray from the pictures that I had looked at. Now on this series, to be honest with you, I did really like the sculpt for the Snake Eyes. The Storm Shadow was like kind of 50-50. I wasn't excited for the movie. I was excited for the movie. And then, you know, some things. So I stopped being excited about the movie, but I continued to be excited about the figures. Really like the figures. The Storm Shadow, I don't know why they keep wanting to put him in a skirt and like that ugly leather jacket with the collar thing. I'm not exactly sure why they keep trying to make them into motorcycle racers. They're ninjas. But, you know, that aside, I was excited when I saw the figures. I thought all of them looked really great. Until I realized that they were kind of trying to hide the feet on these two guys. And then I realized that they weren't going to have boot cuts. And I believe all the females have the boot cuts. So I'm not really sure why they decided to go that route. Other than they wanted to keep their fancy boots, like, you know, fancy. But, you know, that was a disappointment. But I do really love the Snake Eyes sculpt. I do wish he had a sidearm. And I do wish he came with an Uzi. But other than that, not too bad. I love the Kiko. I do really like the Baroness. So let's go ahead and open this girl. Oh, no. Let me show you the box first. Let me show. I'm jumping ahead of things here. All right. As always, all of my videos are brought to you by Cheap Tobacco, Cheap Beer, and Black Label Whiskey. So, and I try to shoot everything all in one shot. So, if I make mistakes, you know, shit happens. So, a +4. Got a warning. Don't eat it. Got a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origin movie. Got a G.I. Joe Classified series. Got a Scarlett down there. Got a Hasbro there. Got some really nice looking art. I love the art. More than I like the head sculpt of the figure, to be honest with you. That may change when I get her out of the box and actually play around with her a little bit. That might change, but I really do like the art there. On the right side of the box, oh my god, like that is really nice art. I really like that. Yeah, that is some really nice box art right there. So on the back, we have the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins movie art. It's the same art on all 5 of the boxes. And you have a bunch of different languages down here for, you know, whatever. Got a Attention. Got a Hasbro. Got a Don't Feed This to Children Under 3 down there. So on this side, we got the file card. Got the Rashikage on the top. If you look at it, it does look like a file. Got Scarlett there. Got a 20 on the bottom. Got a G.I. Joe underneath that. And then you have these icons, right? So if you want to know what these are, they're basically attributes. You can go to gijoe.com and figure out what these all mean. I'm just kind of make them up because I think it's funny. If the key don't work, then stab it with a sword. She's good with arrows. She'll kick you in the face. And she has no background or something like that. I don't know. That one doesn't make sense as far as I'm making it up, because we actually know her background. So on the top, you got a Rashikage symbol on the left. You got the plastic hook for it to hang on pegs, which it was not actually hanging on pegs. It was actually on the shelf. So that's why that's still folded down. The window continues so you can get some light down in there to the figure. So that way when you look at it, you can see it. Got a number 20 over there on the left. Down here on the bottom, you got a bunch of nonsense that nobody cares about. And then you got your skew there if you need it for some reason. You also have a made in China. I honestly think that we should stop making things in China. I think we should move it back to Taiwan. I would say Hong Kong because I love those fools, but they're pretty much getting dictated to by China right now. I think they're still kind of trying to fight it, but hopefully, I mean, we took hands off, so I think they're kind of screwed. Maybe Korea or Mexico. A lot of the stuff that when I was growing up was made in Taiwan or Korea or Mexico. I think if we started making stuff like this in Mexico again, then maybe people wouldn't have to risk their lives to get here. Or maybe they would stop in Mexico rather than jumping the border to get here. But that is a different subject for a different time. So let's go ahead and open this girl up and see what's inside her. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how these figures are coming in the case. I probably should have looked it up, but you know me, I don't do that all that much. I know for a fact that the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are coming with the movie figure Baroness, right? So there's some of those in the case with some of those in the case. Now the Kiko and the Scarlett are coming in the same case. Are they also coming with Storm Shadows, or is it just a case of those two? I don't know. I'm going to guess that's probably what it is, because there was a lot of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadows on the shelf, but there was only one Scarlett, one Akiko, and one Baroness. So if that's not the way that it's happening, then the girls are selling better than the guys. Now, female figures tend to be peg warmers. But I kind of attribute that to the fact that the female figures don't usually have the best articulation. And I know I said that we were going to open this box up, but I had to go through this a little real fast first. They don't have the best articulation, but this G.I. Joe Classified series is making the articulation on the females a little bit better. So yeah, let's go ahead and open her up and see if that's the case for this as well. I do wish he had come with some more accessories, and I'll explain why once we got her out of the box. So here's your insert. If you need it for a makeshift backdrop, cover up some of your wires, something, whatever. That's what it looks like. The good guys are coming with a white background, and the bad guys are coming with the black. They both look identical, except for the colors are different. So there's that. So here she is out of the box. And I gotta say, very nice looking figure. Unfortunately, I do believe that I have some QC issues. There's something that's not right about those shin pieces. I don't know if maybe they're flipped, or maybe I got two of the same side, or something's going on where it just doesn't look right for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it is. While you guys are watching this video, if you know what it is, go ahead and leave me a comment down in the bottom so I can hopefully try to rectify it. I do still have a pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store for these two figures, so whenever those come in and ship, maybe I'll be able to tell on my own. There's a lot of brown and maroon going on here. The face does look pretty nice. Actually, some makeup detail on her face, and even has her little mole. Everything like that looks really good. I do like her hair. She's got the low ponytail, and the low ponytail is made of a very rubbery material, which I like because it'll be able to get out of the way of the articulation. Got an armor plate there. Little piece of yellow. Got a belt that does move around. I took it and shoved it down as far as I could onto the waist so that hopefully it'll stay there. Got some yellow there, got some red there, yellow there, yellow there, some more maroonish brown in the diaper area. For some reason they only painted the yellow on those parts of the armor and didn't continue it down. Not really sure why, but I think that's on all of the figures. Also, I have like some marbleizing or something here going on that piece of the armor there. Got some knee pads, some shin guards. The shin guards got some gray like dry brushing on certain areas that matches with the breastplate. Now that's what I'm seeing that's weird. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is that the way it's supposed to be, or is there something wrong with this side? Or do they just have really bad trouble doing the shin guards? Because I know on some of the original Joes, they were like angled funky, and I don't know. I remember Robo from the Flush actually got a Viper that had two left. So I don't know, maybe that is a QC issue. I don't know, I'm seeing buckles there, but on this side I'm not seeing buckles, and the buckles are out there. So it seems like it should be right, but for some reason it just doesn't look right. Is it just warped? Is that what it is? Is it just warped a little bit? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just warped. I have to heat it up and then throw it in, bend it and throw it in some cold water, and hopefully that'll fix that up. But then again, down here you got the shoes, which look pretty nice, but high heels for some reason. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Got some peg holes down here on the bottom, and they are pretty flat, so hopefully she's going to stand pretty good. She doesn't got the banana boots going on. Gotta say, it looks pretty nice. Really do dig the hair. I think maybe a wash could make it look a little bit better. The one thing I don't like about the hair is she's got the Lady J going on for some reason. Not really sure why. I may glue that down. Might glue that down so that I don't have an issue with it. So she's going to be able to look up about that much. Going to be able to look down about that much. Not the worst, not the greatest. Up in there, it looks like she just has a barbell. She doesn't have the ball and disc like Akiko does. Let's see. I know the majority of these figures have a ball at the bottom of the neck. And it seems like she does too, but because that collar is so tight, you're just not getting the full potential out of it. But you do get a little bit. That's scary looking. I'm probably going to glue that down so I don't have it popping off. Have to look at that craziness. They didn't even give her ears. You ain't got ears. So you can't use the Lady J stuff on it. I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, maybe I could slap the Lady J hair on there. But see if I can find it real quick. But the Lady J hair has places for her ears, and this chick ain't got no ears. So that's a little weird there. Got gonna be able to get a T-pose, maybe a little bit more if you force it. You have butterfly joints that actually has a pretty good range of motion, especially for the females. I might have to check Akiko because if she does have butterfly joints in there, they're covered by her gi, and I didn't see those or mention them during that review. Then you're going to have single joint elbow. Gonna get about 90, maybe a tiny bit more. You're gonna have a swivel at the wrist, of course, and then up and down on her left hand, and I'm assuming, yeah, up and down on the right hand. Then you do have a diaphragm cut, but mine is like really stiff. Not getting a lot of forward, and if you do get it, it just pushes it back. So I may pop her and maybe cut a little slot so she can get some crunch. Do get a little bit of back out of that, and you're getting a bit of rock. Down here she also has, I think it's probably a dumbbell down here, but I'm getting some weird clicking noises I had out of another figure as well. There might be a piece of flash in there or something. I'm not really sure. I think it's a barbell down there. You get a little bit of a hula hoop and some twisting action, but there's something in there that's just not letting it move properly. Then here you're going to get the splits, but that is going to stop you a little bit. So you're getting pretty good splits. And of course you do have the leg drop. The classified series all have that as far as I can tell. As much as I remember, without the leg drop, you're getting about that far. Drop the legs and you're getting about that far, and you can actually even rock it out to the side a little bit and you'll be able to get a little bit more. With the leg up, you're getting about that much back. Drop the leg, and if you rotate it out to the side a little bit, you're going to get some more. So that's helpful, right? So then you're going to get a thigh cut here. You got the pinless double jointed knees. And because of the shape of her calf, that's about the best you're going to get. Let me see. Maybe we can get some more. There you go. That's about the best you're going to get. As you can tell, it's not even using the full potential of both of those joints. Down here, do we have a boot cut? And yes, we do. Yes, we do. I love it. Love it. Why? 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 Then down here at the ankle, you're going to get, because of the sculpt, you're not going to get very much up. You're going to get some down, some. I think it could be better. It has to do with the way that it's sculpted. And then you get ankle pivot. So, as far as I can tell, this is the only paint issue that I have, is that yellow right there has got some chipping out of it. Not as bad as the original Scarlett. The yellow is kind of hard to paint. There's like some in-between detent movement there that I don't like. Not so bad on that side. So yeah, unfortunately she only comes with one accessory, and that's her crossbow. And I said in I think it was my beachhead video, that I believe that this figure would come with the same crossbow, just in a different color. But as you can see, it is not the same crossbow. It's actually completely different sculpt. Focus. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that's a completely different sculpt, and I actually like hers better. Unfortunately, this is the only accessory that she came with, and that's a little bit disappointing. I would have liked it if she had came with a pistol. Maybe that little bag thing that's hanging down could have been her hip holster, which housed the pistol. Hopefully removable, because non-removable weapons really suck balls. Or maybe she could have came with the same pistol as the Baroness did, or maybe a sword. Or Scarlett has been training in karate her entire life. I believe it's karate. So maybe she could have came with some karate chopping hands, or some fisted hands, or something like that. That's the one thing that the classified series is lacking in, is they typically only come with trigger finger hands. And yeah, she has trigger finger hands on both sides. I mean, if they're only going to come with one set of hands, then I want them to come with weapon holding / trigger finger hands. But I think that maybe that should be something that they're doing, is giving us some extra hands. I think that would definitely help this line out. Now, I have to say, I do really like this figure. Oh, we need to do one other thing. So this is something else that Hasbro has been dropping the ball on. That ball is huge on this side, so you're not going to be able to put her head on that. But you can probably use some blue tack. If you want to put this head on this body, you could use some blue tack or some hot glue, and you'll be able to fake it And the skin tone isn't too far off. Like, she's really pale. This one's really pale, but it's not too noticeable. But yeah, that's something that Hasbro has been dropping the ball on, especially with the Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow. Let's pay attention to the size of the balls that you're using for your figures when you're doing new figures. That would be great. Would really appreciate it. Now, we do know that, at least I believe, we do know that this head will pop onto the redeco because it's the same body, and they sculpted the new head on this one, but I don't have the redeco. I may pick it up if I find it somewhere, but as of right now, I do not have that. So, I think we're done, and I've gone extremely long on this one. But to be honest with you, I was really excited about these movie figures. So I do apologize. But yeah, I was excited. So y'all have a good night. Try to stay out of trouble. Y'all take it easy, alright? Peace.